Tajweed existed. So it wasn't even knowing Tajweed. I didn't know that it even existed. So they were reciting, and everybody was reciting with a beautiful voice. So I said, whoa, this sounds... So I started to do my own thing, and I was like, oh, no, oh, no. And the Shaykh is like, what are you doing? And subhanallah, you know, he taught me something. He said, you just, apparently, you have no clue what you're doing. But if you, instead of now trying to impress us, and instead of doing that and trying to imitate others, your purpose now should be how to say each letter properly. If you do that, your focus, you don't think about showing off. You don't. Whether you're alone or with a small group or in a masjid, you recite the same way. And that's kind of, and in fact, subhanAllah, I was just talking to Sheikh Uthman before coming here, because I told him there are brothers and there are sisters. He said, make sure you give them that message. When they recite, it's not for you, Khalid, or it's not, they just somehow neglect everybody else, and they recite the best way that they can recite those words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So jazakallah khair, you know, for doing that. I think that sends a strong message for each one. We just do our best to recite it the way we know to recite, and then we correct inshallah as we move on. Who did not recite? Sana. You gonna give it a shot? Yeah. Most important is the mad. You know, I want to just hear the mad coming properly, inshallah. Okay, معلش. You duna, you said, and then you just said ma. Yeah, make sure them. Here you have three of them. A, bidun, ma. Have to be the same length. Wala, and again. Wala, same thing. Okay. Ana. It's okay, it's okay. Ana. عابد عبدتم أعبد لكم The good news is, alhamdulillah, you know, your meds, which we did today, are very good. So, and all that I want is just to focus on those things that we cover, and I'll get you there, inshallah, azza wa jal. So very good, mashallah. Keep it up. So, Hill, did you do it?
No.
Okay. Again. Not la, la, la. أيوة.
بسم الله الرحمن.
Very good.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
ما شاء الله. Very, very good.
قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون.
ما شاء الله.
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد.
ما شاء الله.
ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين.
ما شاء الله. Keep up with that. That alif now looks very, very good. It sounds good. Yes. Your sister, right? Yeah. It was coming. Go ahead, inshallah. Last but not least. Go ahead, inshallah. MashaAllah. But give me a better ya than that. Rahim. There you go. MashaAllah. No, the roon. You're saying kafirun. Kafirun. No, kafirun. Make that lip. Yeah, kafirun. Aywa, very good. ما شاء الله.
ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم
نكم
دينكم
ما شاء الله. Very good. You know, subhanallah, from Surah Al-Fatiha all the way until Surah Al-Zalzala have every rule of Tajweed. Every rule that you could think of, in every attribute and rules are from Al-Fatiha to Al-Zalzala. So throughout this whole thing, inshallah, we'll take at the end a surah, one of these short ones, and we inshallah, because the surah, for the most part, many of us memorize, and so it's a matter of just applying. So the next time, inshallah, when we'll not do it today, but next time when we talk about the throat cavity and we talk about these letters that come from these, we will do the mad. So my emphasis will be the mad and these letters of the throat, and we keep on building this. So inshallah, your assignment then would be to, you know, of these surah al-Zalzala, okay, from so during the, I want you to pick, ideally what I want is Al-Fatiha. At least if this whole process we get Al-Fatiha properly. So next time when we do surah, when we first start, I'll do surah Al-Fatiha with you. But all I will emphasize is just the mad at the beginning. So al-mad, that each one of them, alameen, alam, so that those parts. So during the week you want to practice, you have questions on it, you call me and contact me, inshallah. But on Al-Fatiha, the mad. And then the best way to practice for it is this. This seems to be very basic, but it's extremely helpful. G, Khi, and likewise, inshallah, each one of these letters, it has all the alphabets, inshallah, azza wa jal. طيب, we'll stop here, and then next time we do the letters of the throat and we'll move on, inshallah. Yes. So basically what we'll be doing is, next time when you come, I'll be, you do Surah Al-Fatiha, I'm going to check on mad with alif, mad with waw, and mad with ya, for example. And for me, it will be something, so you will evaluate yourself, but for me, most important, I'll be keeping note and saying, for example, Shamshad is good on an alif, but not on the waw and the ya. So hopefully, by the time we do this, we won't have any of these errors. So the best thing is if you get a 0. It works in. I will be evaluated. I give you a copy for you to kind of evaluate yourselves. But I will actually be doing this. So you start with a perfect score right now. Each one of you have no score, which means a perfect score. So any score, anything that's marked on whether it's a mad or an attribute, I'll keep on marking them. The reason some of them are yellow and not others, by the way, each one of these letters I'll be marking on the makharij, on the point of articulation. But when it comes to, for example, Surah, Ha, for example, there are some attributes that apply to it and not others. We will talk about them later. But basically, it's on those attributes that you'll be marked. So it's on the yellows that you'll be marked. Okay, so that's how this thing works. And as we'll keep on building on this one, inshallah. It's for you to kind of eventually, hopefully, get a 0 score. Yeah. Question? Oh, yeah, inshallah. Any questions on? Yes. I'll be, inshallah, emailing. I know everybody's email, so I thought maybe I got some attendance sheet, but inshallah, I'll email this to you. Sister Shamshad, you can forward it to them, inshallah? Yeah, inshallah. So inshallah, we can conclude. جزاكم الله خير. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. جزاكم الله خير.